I'm super excited to chat about my October TBR with you. I have lots and lots of big plans and not enough time to read everything I want to read. I truly have so much going on. I'm going to a couple different book events. I have some friends from booktube coming to my house. I'm going to go to New York City. So I don't know how much I'm going to get read, but in my brain I'm going to read all the horror books. I'm going to read all the thriller books. I'm going to read some darker romantasy, some ghosty romance books. So my plans are a little bit ambitious, and you know, that's okay. That's how I live my life. So we're gonna play my TBR game as usual to pick the books that I read this month. Also, if you're not aware, I am hosting a readathon in October called HalloWeekend Readathon. This is a readathon that it's technically the 4th year of it. The first 3 years were a different version of it. So this year I have switched to a version that is my TBR game but smaller and focused on investigating the ghosts and the house that are in the haunted house on my TBR game. In my TBR game, I'm just trying to escape, and now we're trying to actually spend some time with the ghosts. I do have some incredible people hosting sprints for the event as well, so there will be tons of those. I think it's gonna be so much fun, so the link for that is in the description. There are 5 rooms to investigate and 5 weekends, so you do 1 per weekend. I will be having vlogs for all of these, and I plan on rolling as I go when we play, so that will be in those videos and not in this one. So let's jump into this game. It is time for the October TBR, the best time of the year. Well, actually, it's funny because my favorite time is actually the springtime, but the vibes, the relation to the kinds of books that I normally read, it is the best time of the year. So we will be starting over here and going through the horror room. I think we might try to go through the pink, my own TBR room, and then into thriller, and see how many books we get, how things are going, and decide from there. Just a quick reminder, or if this is your first time here, the rooms are 4 different genres, and then I have to match the prompt for the cards over there. These are the doors. They can be locked or unlocked based on cards. Red is horror, pink is from my own TBR, orange is thriller, green is fantasy, blue is sci-fi, yellow is a free genre, and purple is romance. If things fit into more than one genre, I can choose however I feel they fit. So roll 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A horror book that I bought used. Every month, my Patreon gets to vote on one of the picks for my TBR, and this is the one they voted for this month. I actually don't know what has won. It's changed every time I've looked at the votes, but the poll is between the Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, Cackle by Rachel Harrison, and Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. So the winner is, with 41% of the vote, Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This is one that has been on my TBR a couple times. I was supposed to read it last year, and I just keep putting it off for some reason, so now is finally the time. Roll 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another horror book that is part of a series. I was a little scared for this one at first because I was like, what options do I have? And then I remembered I have this series on my shelves. So I will be reading Secrets in the Dark by Darcy Coates. The first one is called Voices in the Snow, and this series is called Black Winter. It's a kind of zombie apocalypse book. It's a bit chunky, and it is set in the winter time, so like maybe not the best like seasonal reading, but I don't tend to do that anyway. Can we talk about how creepy this like half doll is? Disturbing. Roll 3. Okay, a bigger number finally. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. Door is unlocked. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a book from my shelves picked with a random color generator. I do think I have lots of options with different books on my shelves, so I'm just going to go to a random color generator. Which one do I want? Every website has to ask me about cookies, and I just hate it. I'm just gonna click on the first one that comes up. So let's see. What does that say? Pigeon Blue. What am I going to pick? Okay. That's really specific, and it has to be from my shelves. Everything that I have, I feel, is more purpley. Hang on. Okay, I think I found one that matches pretty well, and it is Necrology by Meg Ripley. It's not an exact match, and especially on camera, yeah, that's close enough. I still think it's a little closer in person, but it really kind of matches this down here. And this is one that does not have an audiobook, so I put it off more. This is the Twisted Retreat version, so I think I'm going to grab this one. Roll 4, 10, and we have to start off to see. Door is unlocked. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I need to decide. I only have 3 books on my TBR, but I also have a lot of stuff planned, and I think that I would get another book before I could even escape anyway, so I think we're gonna just try to leave. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, perfect. Okay, so a thriller that is a last year release. Let me tell you, this one was so hard to pick something for. It shouldn't have been, but I am generally really up to date on books, especially thrillers, because, well, one, I'm not picking up as many. I'm not interested in as many now. They have to have more of a unique concept, but I do tend to read thrillers sooner than later. So the one I'm gonna go with is not a true thriller. If we're being honest, I don't think I would really personally classify it as a thriller based on what I've heard. But on the story graph it says horror, fantasy, and thriller, so we're gonna go with it. And that is The Resurrectionist by A. Ray Dunlap. I'm a little scared because this is set in 1828. Someone's studying surgery. I think this is like a medical thing. There's talk of human cadavers, surgeons, and maybe like a secret society kind of thing called The Resurrectionists. This is also a Twisted Retreat copy, so maybe it's cheating to pick this one, but I didn't have many options. Okay, so roll 5 will give us 4, but let's see if we will escape. No. Door's locked. Remove 1 book from TBR. This one is hard. It's really hard. So I will not be removing Cackle because I never remove my Patreon pick. And then looking at these other ones, if you are not aware, I have this like rule that I kind of implemented last year and then am carrying into this year, where if a book is on my TBR for longer than the previous calendar year, I have to unhaul it at the next year. So anything that I got in 2024, if I don't read it in 2025, I have to unhaul it. 2 of these books do fit in that category, even though I got them towards the end of last year. So I do need to prioritize Secrets in the Dark and The Resurrectionist. So I will be removing Necrology. I did forget to tell you what this is about, though, so I'm just going to say that real quick in case someone is interested. It's a fantastical aftermath of the Salem witch trial. Magical women known as the Dirty have signed a contract swearing off their innate magic in exchange for freedom from violence by non-magical free men. And then 200 years later, we're in an orphanage where there's violated contracts, and then we're following someone awaiting a trial and execution. So it sounds really great and perfect for the season. I just don't want to unhaul either of these, especially without giving them a chance. So I will be keeping them on my TBR. So by default, this one's leaving. Okay, so going back, 1, 2, 3, 4, a thriller with a favorite subgenre. I'm really excited that I could get this next book on my TBR, so I will be reading 13 Months Haunted by Jimmy Giuliano. I really loved Dead 11. It wasn't my favorite of the year, but some of the elements of it were truly some of my favorite in books that I've read. This is also the booktube pick for October, so I'm glad that I could fit this on. This is a blend of horror and thriller, and one of my favorite things is hauntings, so that is why I picked it for this one. So this is someone that works in a public library in charge of a middle school, and she can tell there's something strange about a new girl in 8th grade who won't touch any technology, even the computers. And her mother comes to school with her every day, refusing to leave her side even when she goes to the bathroom. There are rumors that her mother is a witch and that her sister and father were killed by something supernatural. A strange virus killed them. I've heard really great things about this one. I'm super excited for it. Roll 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. a thriller that is a genre blend. For this one, I am going with my Patreon buddy read for the month, and that is We Live Here Now by Sarah Pinborough. This is a blend of horror and thriller according to Storygraph. I have enjoyed and disliked from Sarah Pinborough, so I'm a little scared about this one, but also really excited. An accident nearly killed her. Emily and her husband moved to London into a country house. It's gorgeous, but something feels wrong. Creaks at night, all the good haunted typical stuff. She's medically fragile, and he doesn't notice anything is odd and is happy with the chance at a fresh start. But she believes that the house is being haunted by someone who was murdered in it, but there's no evidence of a wrongful death, and she becomes obsessed with discovering the truth of her new house. This one came with a special, like, deluxe first edition, I guess, and it has a tree, so I'm curious about the significance of that, but super excited to read this one and discuss it as well. Roll 7, 5, cool. To start off, door's locked. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a thriller that is 400 plus pages. This one was so difficult, let me tell you. I think I had like 0 options, and by 0 I mean 2 or 3. So this stupid sticker, I keep forgetting to take it off. I will be, sorry I got distracted, but I got the sticker off. I will be reading This Girl's a Killer by Emma C. Wells. It is 400 and... well, there's something. It's at least 410 pages. I don't want to accidentally spoil myself. Ask Cordelia Black why she did it. The answer will always be, he had it coming. Incredible. I love a female revenge story. She loves 3 things: her chosen family, her hairdresser, and killing bad men. I'm down. I'm so down. Her best friend starts dating a person she isn't sure is a good person, and might unravel everything she has worked for, and she has to face the choices she has made very, very soon. Lane Fargo, who wrote They Never Learn, which is another really great, like, good for her revenge story, blurbed this, so I hope it goes well, and I've heard good things about it. Okay, roll 8, 5, 1, door is locked, 2, 3. Okay, here's the thing. If you've been around a while or you remember the rules, technically I'm supposed to go through a room to be able to escape. So, like, I tried to get out this one, it was locked, so I can't go out this one. I have to go up here. I think I'm going to kind of switch it to I have to attempt to go through 2 doors. Like, what if 7 in a row is doors locked? So since I tried to go through this one and then I tried to go through this one, that would be the 1, 2 I would need to get out of that one. So I think we're going to try to escape out of this room again. 4, 5. So another thriller that is a novella. I was scared by this one at first. I was like, wait, I'm actually not going to have anything. But guess what? Lucinda Berry pulled through for me. She has a new one called This Is a Safe Space coming out. A therapist discovers an unnerving connection between one of her patients and her own family. This is an audio-only thriller. She did this with One of Our Own, which was one of my favorite books of last year. So I know she can pull off an incredible novella. Our main character's husband and cousin are talking about some dancer from a bachelorette party who is threatening the cousin and saying she will expose him because he tried to cross a line sexually. But she is a psychiatrist and she has heard about something to do with this woman before from one of her patients, so she might have some sort of inside scoop. Very much looking forward to it. I've enjoyed everything I've read from Lucinda Berry. Roll 9. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Door is unlocked. I have a really, really great TBR for this month. I think that I'm going to have some really great reads. I have so many other books that I'm like, oh, I could pick up this, I could pick up this. We'll see how much reading I get done, but I'm super excited. I will have a vlog out every week for Halloweekend readathon. I am also participating in TBR Harvest, hosted by Leandra, the TBR Zero. There are so many different ways to participate in her readathon. There's a booktuber bingo that I was very kindly asked to be a part of, so I have a prompt on that. And there's 2 other versions that you can participate in description as well. There's a pumpkin patch that I'm considering doing. I can't remember what the other one is, but I will have her announcement video linked for you. October is a really great time for readathons. There are so many really great ones to participate in, and generally they're really easy to overlap as well. So I will have both HalloWeekend and TBR Harvest linked in the description, but I know there are tons and tons more. I just can't commit to anything else. Also, this is related but not related. I got this cookbook called Food to Die For from the library, and it has recipes and stories from America's most legendary haunted places. I'm considering some sort of like video to do with this. Maybe it'll be like Instagram, I don't know, but like trying to make some of these. You know, there might be one that I could visit, but do I want to eat goober pea soup and do that? Don't know the answer to that. Lizzie Borden's meatloaf. Anyway, so I might try to figure out some sort of video concept that I can do with this because I think it would be really fun, and this is just like a generally cool cookbook. I did see somebody post about it online. I cannot remember who it was, but I know Cassidy sent it to me. I don't think it was like a bookish creator, just somebody that was making the recipes or talking about them. Anyway, I'm so excited for my October reading. I hope you are excited for yours as well. I'd love to know what you're most looking forward to reading in the month. If you've made it to the end and want to leave me an emoji to say you were here, you can leave me any sort of Halloween, maybe specifically a spider web emoji. I feel like I never use that one, but I think it exists. I will see you very soon for lots of upcoming seasonal content that I'm super excited for. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.